As usual, this is a disclaimer. All shown ethical hacking and cybersecurity tips on this channel are for educational purpose only. Do not use any technique or method shown here on networks or machines that do not belong to you. Otherwise, you may expose yourself to illegal actions. To help this channel, please subscribe, activate the bell, like, and share this video. Thank you for watching. Please help the channel by donating via Tipeee or any other donation tool. You can also purchase goodies if they are available. Thank you very much for your support. Hello and welcome to this video. We are going now to tackle the next cybersecurity project, the password brute force. So the idea is to put hands on compromised password database that is usually encrypted with some encryption algorithm and then try to brute force those passwords hashes using a Python program that we are going to write together. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to create a new folder for the project in VS Code. So I am going to go to File and Open Folder. I will go, as usual, to my project folder, into the Python folder, and here I am going to create a new folder for the brute force project. I am going to call this project CrackHash this way. So I will go inside the folder and select the folder, and I am going to create a Python script with the same name, CrackHash.py. So here we are ready to work on the project. So let's start with a comment to describe what we are doing. So I am going to pass an SQR to give the project the name. So if you have watched my previous video, the project number 1 about the network scanner, you should see how we went through the SQR to generate this beautiful text. So we are going to make a brute force hash attack with GPU assist. Well, for this example, it is going to be only for SHA-1 using NVIDIA CUDA. And here is an example of how we are going to use the Python script. So to gain some time, I have already pre-computed some hashes in advance for small patterns and small words, for an obvious reason that cracking a really complex password may take really a long time. So for this video and for educational purpose, we are just going to use simple passwords to crack, because this is going to happen really very fast. So as you can see, here you have the patterns or the words and an example line command we are going to use, and this pattern is the hash of this pattern. So this is the hash of capital A, this is the hash of lowercase a, this is the hash of OK, all of that using SHA-1, and this is the hash of dry in SHA-2, and this is the hash of the using the MV5 algorithm. So the crack of these patterns is going to be really fast because they are really very easy. The next two examples may take some more time, but still it remains reasonable. So a hash, SH1 hash for hello, and an MV5 hash for goal, and the last one for the word hello, and that's the SHA-1 hash. So this one may take more time depending on the power of your computer, CPU and GPU. So first of all, we need to answer the imports. So Numba is a library that uses the GPU acceleration, and as you can see, it is underlined in VS Code for simple reason that it is not installed yet. So we are going to install the missing component using a line command. We can use the internal terminal of VS Code. I can go in terminal and use terminal, and here I can type pip3 install Numba. So here we are. Now the underline has gone because the dependencies has been resolved. So if I save the script and try it out, Python, oops, I have a syntax error warning. It's because I used the wrong quote to make the comments. So it's double quote required, 3 of them, and we need to close it here, and that should be better, hopefully. Let me try again. Okay, so for some reasons, the escape sequences get trapped even inside the comment section. So what I'm going to do is to change the start of the name by going on texteditor.com. So here, I'm going to type the name CrackHash, and I will look for some fancy text in the ASCII art. So I will look for more fonts of maybe this one. I just click to copy and go back to my script and replace this text. Well, okay, not bad. Let's try now. Okay, that's better. Alright, so I'm going to add a function that will handle progress bar. As you can imagine, cracking password hashes may take long hours, even multiple days. So we need to display a progress bar to see what's going on. Now I am going to add some GPU helpers that the algorithm is going to call to use. And here is the GPU brute force simple SHA1. So as you can see, it's already doing a lot of things. For such a simple algorithm, we need a function that will calculate the hashes. So this function will be used into the brute force process. So as you know, to brute force a password, you are going to try all the occurrences possible, like A, B, C, D, etc. to Z, and then we will start again A, B, A, C, etc. And for each occurrence of what we are going to try, we need to calculate the hash of the occurrence we are going to try and compare it with the password we want to figure out, at least with the hash of the password we want to figure out. As this task is going to take really a lot of time, we need to use parallel processing, and I'm going to add a function to handle CPU workers. So this is going to make a multi-thread handling. We also need to add a CPU brute force. So this way you can choose between GPU or CPU, depending at what is available in your computer. And finally, the rest of the code. So we are going to define the main function is all the running logics, and this is not doing well. So I'm going to copy what we found as an ASCII part to replace this. So let me try now. Alright, so if I take a command example for the letter A, capital A, for what we have the hash SHA1 hash, and we want to crack it with this CPU. So let's try this. Copy, paste. Okay, so I'm going to open another terminal to have more space and increase size. So what I need is to go into this directory. So I will type the command cd and the path, and then I will get again the command. And here we go. So the script will display the project name as a welcome. It is going to display the hash we are trying to attack, the algorithm SHA1, and the options CPU. And the result, it has figured it out extremely fast. So let's try the other command. Again, that was very fast. Well, let's try the OK with the GPU. That was also fast. Let's try dry. I'm going to clear the console. And that was fast too. Let's try the MZ5. And that was fast. Now let's tackle the average one. Hello. So as you can see, more the password get complex, the more time we need to resolve it. And it is interesting to see the breakdown. So here we can see for one character there were 94 possibilities, while for 2 characters this goes to 8,856 possibilities. For 3 characters that climbs to 830,584 possibilities, and with 4 characters this go insane. We are about 78 million possibilities, and still we could resolve it in a fast manner. Hello. What about MD5? This is taking time too, so I'm going to accelerate this in the video. So here we are, the password has been cracked at 47%. So let's try the final one, the word hello in SHA1. So I'm going to clear the console and pass the command. I am of course going to again accelerate the video. Okay, so as you can see, the script is still running, and it is having a hard time to figure out a simple password like hello. So here you can understand that creating long and complex passwords make it very hard to hackers to figure out and crack your passwords. I'm going to let it run, hoping it will figure it out soon. And now, as you can see, you have the complete source code for this script. I'm going to make it available for you on GitHub. Just a little notice, as you can see, we have used the SHA1, SHA2, and MD5 algorithm to attack hashes done by them, to attack hashes calculated by them. Note that this algorithm has been used years ago to secure passwords. But nowadays in modern programming and to comply with security practice, these algorithms are not used anymore or are used with more complex techniques. I'm not going to cover the password encryption mechanism in this video, as it is not the main topic, but unfortunately there are still online websites or softwares that do not use modern techniques and may use SHA1 or 2 and MD5 to encrypt passwords. So these softwares or online websites will remain vulnerable to password cracking attacks. As usual, for educational purpose, you can download and experiment this code source and improve it, but be aware that you should not use it to crack passwords that they do not belong to you. Doing such a thing may expose you to legal actions. So remember, all what we do on this YouTube channel is exclusively for educational purpose and for ethical hacking as a cybersecurity professionals. So to make this code source available to GitHub, I am going to go to GitHub. I'm going to sign in, and I'm going to create a new repository that I will call CrackHash. So I'm going to make it public. I will add a README file, and I will add a license. And I will create the repository. We are still at 9%, and the hash for hello is not yet cracked. Okay, so I'm going to create manually the file. So here we are, the file is available on GitHub. I'm going to put the link in the description section of the video. Okay, so finally, the script managed to crack the word hello at 18% of 7 billion possibilities, and this took about an hour on the machine I'm running script on. I hope you have liked this project and this video. See you in the next one. To help this channel, please subscribe, activate the bell, like, and share this video. Thank you for watching.